throughout your whole journey, what was one of your most challenging parts of your journey, and then your most rewarding parts of your journey?
Oh, so challenging. Oh, I got all the challenges now, all the challenges. But I think, the perhaps the most challenging journey, the most challenging part of my journey has been this, constant struggle to make people feel, people that don't necessarily value the opinions of people that look like me, that I am worthy of whatever content I'm providing to you, right? So when I worked in the laboratory, I had to constantly, there were times that I would be in a meeting and people would be like, "Oh, can you go get me coffee?" And it's like, but I'm supposed to be in this meeting with you too. Like, and I'm not knocking anybody who that is your job, but it was, it's this feeling of having to validate myself on all the different realms. When I transitioned from working in a laboratory to working in a management position, well, then it's like, well, wait, you've never been a manager. How do you explain this? And then people then questioning, when I'm making decisions about science in my management role, but it's like, well, wait, you're just a manager. I'm like, well, actually, no, I'm a PhD scientist, so I can actually say this. So I think probably the challenge that any person of color faces is, sometimes feelings of isolation in this field, and this constant, I got to do more to prove to you that I belong here, which shouldn't be the case. Check my record. I got all the credentials behind it. Now, on to more positive notes. My most rewarding, quite honestly, my most rewarding has come since the pandemic, and it's normally I'm set up in a different space where you would see this painting behind me, but I created this painting called "See It, Believe It, Become It," which features and I'll shoot you a picture of it, so in case you ever want to show this to your people, but it's a picture of a young Black girl looking in a mirror, and she's envisioning herself as a Black scientist. And this painting was actually featured on the cover of Analytical Chemistry, which is like a very, very prestigious journal in my field. And then has since, it's caught on like wildfire, quite honestly. And for me, that moment was so pivotal because one, it was, how often do you, as an artist, to be able to get my art featured on a cover of a magazine, but then two, to be representing something so powerful, an image so powerful, basically saying, we need these images out there to encourage others to go into these fields. That for me, I'm a self-taught artist, so I never would have thought that I would get, a painting, let alone in other people's households, but on a cover. And then to now, it's actually going to be, prints are going to be sold, and merchandise is going to be sold around it and everything like that. So that's coming out in the very near future. So I'm super excited about that. Yeah. So that to me is my proudest moment, is just being able to continue to wear multiple hats in this field and being able to showcase a lot of my different talents on a daily basis.